sides. Oh, I'll just push him in the middle of it.
Right.
And then he puts his arms up, and I guess it's okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one to let go.
The false start one, the false start one, just, I mean, it's an embarrassment to the league. It's a total embarrassment because if people are either talking about, hey, the Chargers are legit, they usually lose these kind of games and they won them, or they're saying, wow, did the refs screw this up? It's a bad look on your on the biggest show or the biggest game of the week.
Sunday Night Football. And I think I read somewhere too that, I don't know if it's like if they do official stats for these or not, but there were 11 egregious bad calls and 9 of them went San Diego's way, 2 went the Steelers' way.
It's all these old refs.
They're terrible.
Get these old fogies, that are lawyers and doctors that are out here for a good time and trips with the guys. Go golfing at Hilton Head.
Yeah, they haven't
played.
Right. They don't need to be doing this.
Please explain to me. Exactly. Please explain to me how when you have athletes and some of the greatest athletes in the world that are in their 20s and to officiate them are basically their great grandpa trying to run around the field keeping up with them.
It's basically Edgar Snyder, on his off day running around here.
And I guarantee you 90% of them have never played a snap of football in their life, which is probably a big deal on what you should call and shouldn't call, because from experience. You're going to get away with the inside holding, but you can't grab the outside or the back of the jersey. But it's insane.
We won't blow this game until we call it for you.
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of like it's why MLB umpiring is so bad. It's the old boys network and all.
Yeah.
They got all the old fogies out there, and they make this big deal about there's 75 years worth of experience out there. Yeah, dude, but they're all approaching 75 and can barely see or get up and down the field. Like, get some new guys out, get some fresh blood.
Baseball, and this ref situation can be easily fixed by technology. Here's the thing. So this false start happened. Immediately they show the false start, and everybody's freaking out. How is it that we all see it, but they don't? All you need is some dude just to watch TV and just say, "Hey, that's really screwed up. I'm overturning this right now." It doesn't have to take 3 minutes. It could take 20 seconds. That's it. It's so easy.
Yeah, because think about when you're on the field. All right, I get the idea that maybe on one side of the field, it's on the other side of the line. Maybe you don't see it. Maybe you think it's close. You're not going to call it. But like you said, if you have a video review ref somewhere just watching it, it's a lot easier to see it on that little screen right there when you can see the whole line at once. And then you buzz down to the guy like, hey, they're, 70 whatever was offsides. And then it goes to that whole thing where, should you be able to review things that were that bad like that for make a challenge or something.
But isn't there a dude that it's his whole job just to see whether people are offsides or not?
Basically.
That dude gets fired today. He should have been fired at halftime.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Now listen here, Jimmy. You're going to sit here, watch this monitor, and every time somebody's offside, buzz us down.
Yeah, that's it. Seriously.
I like that. That sounds like foolproof. You can't mess that up.
Yeah, I get there'll be some close calls, but something as bad as what happened, several times in the first half. You're not going to miss that.
It's just,
or you shouldn't.
Amazing. We're talking of billions of dollars being thrown around, and it's just embarrassing. It's just pathetic.
You can literally pay somebody to watch the person who's watching the monitor to see if they're offsides. That's how many billions are going.
Well, if the NFL networks can have an ex or league official ruler guy ruling on the things during the telecast, they should be able to have a guy in a booth somewhere making sure it doesn't happen.
So
but that all might make too much sense. I don't know for the NFL.
Yeah. So where do we go from here? Because the reason why I'm so angry and upset is because to me, this is the end. To me, I think we went from talking about whether they were going to get a top 2 seed to I don't even know if they're going to They're going to win the division.
Okay, guys, step away from the ledge.
Yeah. I'm not at the ledge yet.
Should we play? Who sings that song? I wish you would step away for it. Is that Green Day?
Maybe.
I wish you would step out from that ledge, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now
no, that's not Green Day.
Third Eye Blind, same thing.
Yeah.
What?
Same thing. 90s rock.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens? Okay, here's another poll I had. So are they not going to make the playoffs? Apparently, jumping off the ledge, they're going to make the playoffs to be a wild card. Basically, don't win the AFC, don't win the division. They'll win the division, but do bad in the playoffs, or they're going to go far in the playoffs. Right now, the win the AFC North and be bad in the playoffs has 34% and 31% is make the playoffs as a wild card. What do you guys think?
All right, so let me take a look at the playoff picture here. So
I'll say right now, I still like their chances to win the division while you're looking at.
Well, I mean, the Ravens won't stop losing.
Well, they played some crappy teams recently. I mean, Atlanta is just a garbage fest. They were so bad yesterday.
And they do play.
They play Kansas City and LA, so
yeah,
they're both away. So that's gonna be tough. And once these teams get some tape on their quarterback with what they're doing with them, I think they're good. The better teams are.
Well, their quarterback can't throw a forward pass, so there's a
7 yards
when you're doing the Oklahoma triple option. I think
you need some adjustment to be able to do that. And teams usually end up doing that relatively quick to guys like RG3 that were good at it at one point, and he's gonna get killed out there with all these running plays too.
I mean, it is a little muddled. A lot of teams at 6-6, but I just think I think Pittsburgh and Baltimore are going to be the division winner, last wild card.
Yeah.
I see Baltimore losing at least 2 more, so I guess it depends on what the other schedules are. So, because they play those 2 tough away games.
Well, how many are the Steelers losing? They have Oakland next, which, God, I hope that's an easy win. Then they're home to New England, they're at New Orleans, and then they're home to Cincinnati. So in the next 4 games, what do you see them going? Do you see them going 2-2, 3-1? What?
I mean, I think at least 2-2, but I mean,
yeah,
it's gut check time now because this is where they were streaky this year. They stunk at the beginning of the year, reeled off 6 wins, and now they lost 2 in a row. If they're playing more like their 6-win teams, I think they do have a chance at beating anyone at home. I don't know about away; that gets a little dicey. But so I think there's a shot they can beat the Patriots. If they do that, then the Saints game may or may not matter. I don't know, but I'd like them to go 3-1. That would be nice at the worst. But
I do think all these games are going to matter.
Yeah, with that tie, it's going to be a problem. I think.
Yeah, I think that's why. And all these teams, you got Miami 6-6, Indy 6-6, Denver 6-6.
Yeah, and you're trying
Tennessee 6-6,
and you're trying to hold off the Ravens down below there because they've won a few.
Yeah.
So that will matter.
Even that Cincy like that Cincy game in Week 17 can matter.
Yeah.
Just because of that tie, like that tie killed us, I think, from that Cincy game mattering.
It could be a good thing, but odds are it's gonna more likely to hurt them than anything, because it could give them one less loss than someone, but we won't know that for a couple more weeks how it plays out, or it looks like it's gonna play out.
We will see. Oh.
It's a lot. It would be nice if they could next week. Yeah, we'll see. The Oakland game, they shouldn't have a problem. They should be able to win that easy. If they have a problem out there or lose out there, then they don't deserve the playoffs. They don't deserve the division. They lost 3 in a row, 2 to subpar teams. Yeah, so and then I think coaches need to be held accountable.
Well, it's gut check time, and we'll see what kind of. I mean, Tomlin has always, when there's been adversity, he's been able to bring everybody together and overcome it. So, as long as all the he doesn't have to deal with any of those talk show callers that say he needs to be fired immediately so we can bring in Mike McCarthy, I think he'll be fine.
Oh, dear God.
So, elsewhere in the NFL, coach's strategy of picking crazy picks actually panned out
because there were a lot of crazy wins.
Right. Mark and I had 8 wins, but Coach got 2 wins, so he made up some ground.
Got 2 more. Right?
And I did at the last minute. I switched the Jaguars back to the Colts.
No way.
Because I saw Cody Kessler's name on the bottom line like 10 minutes before the game, and I was like, "Oh, my God, I'm picking Cody Kessler to beat Andrew Luck."
Yeah, I know.
Well, I went and switched the Thursday night game last minute too. I just had a feeling that
to what, Dallas?
Yeah, there was a chance that happened. So
yeah.
I could have been one less. But
I asked right before the Thursday night game, because in my fantasy football team I wasn't sure whether to play Drew Brees or Ben Roethlisberger, and everybody said we'll play Drew Brees, so I did, and that was a disaster. They lost 13-10.
Ben at least had relatively decent numbers.
Yeah.
Listen. Like I told, my son was bummed about a similar situation. He didn't start, or he started Jared Goff, and he had an okay game. And I said, look, you can never be upset about starting your studs and they have a dud game.
Exactly.
Can never be
exactly.
upset.
Don't get too cute. That's basically it. Don't get too cute.
Listen, if you're gonna die on the hill with Drew Brees, on the hill with don't get cute starting Baker Mayfield or something like that.
Right.
On the hill with Brees.
Exactly. Cody Kessler might have a big game someday, but that's
odds are against it.
Don't get cute playing matchups with Kessler against the Chiefs or something like that.
Yeah. So Ravens beat the Falcons. Yeah, Falcons are just
they just stunk both sides of the ball. I mean, Ravens have a pretty decent defense, but my God, they made them look like the '85 Bears.
Right.
Or the Steel Curtain. It was bad.
My new theory: bet against the Falcons, pick against the Falcons.
Yeah,
there you go.
I know.
There you go. Dolphins beat the Bills. Okay, whatever. This is why the Dolphins have such a good record. Because
they get to play the Bills.
They get to play the Bills, and
they have a bottom feeding schedule.
Crap like that. Giants beat the Bears. What?
New York Football Giants.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I like that. Was it the touchdown or 2-point conversion? They had that weird play at the goal line. I can't remember. Did you guys see that? I don't know if you guys.
I didn't see that.
It was like a wide receiver pitch
was
back.
It the Tariq,
what's that?
Was it the Tariq Cohen pass?
Yeah, was it the Cohen passed it? Yeah, I can't remember if it was the touchdown or the 2-point conversion that tied it. But if you're gonna do something, that was a good trick play to use because they used like the whole field. They spread them out and everything.
Broncos beat the Bengals. Texans beat the Browns, and good old Lions lost to the Rams.
There's the Lions.
1-0 picking against the Lions now.
There you go.
Yeah, he's living on a whole new theory on life.
I'm a new man.
God, I saw that one play from Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was blocked, and somehow I swear to God, it looked like he flew. He literally like Superman flew into the quarterback. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's a maniac out there.
Cardinals beat the Packers in Green Bay.
Oh wow, yeah. Well,
they ended up getting the coach fired.
Such a bad loss.
So much debate about that. And
listen, you can catch Mike McCarthy at the corner store with Big Jim's in the run in Greenfield.
Oh, totally.
Talking about how he could have won it this year with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers hated his freaking guts.
That was pretty apparent. And now we're gonna have the instead of Bell watch, if the Steelers lose to Oakland, we're gonna see people are gonna be looking for him, McCarthy, in the area to see if he's getting any kind of interviews.
That's right. Somebody that had a fake Le'Veon Bell account. They put out a tweet today. It's like, oh yeah, I bet you wish I was on the team now, don't you? And it was like, I think he spelled it at Le'Veon Bell with like an extra L or something like that. And I said, I totally believe this is the real Le'Veon Bell because I don't think the real Le'Veon Bell knows how to spell his last name.
Would you put it past him to make a fake account and not verify it just so he could say some crap like that?
Oh my goodness.
How many left Bell burner accounts are there? I bet you there's so many. He probably has 3 or 4 different accounts.
How funny if that was the real Le'Veon
Yeah,
Bell.
I mean,
we're probably interacting
and not
with
be held
Le'Veon
accountable because everyone's going to think he's lying. And I've never seen anyone else spell Y-O-U with 2